Harnessing Rural Capital project was funded under the EU Commission's Article 6 programme. This innovative project addressed a sub-theme entitled Management of Change and operated under the theme entitled Developing Integrated Approaches to Confront the Challenges of the Restructuring Process.
The overall objective of the Harnessing Rural Capital project was to develop an integrated and innovative model based on harnessing the dimensions of rural capital, so as to assist rural communities and rural dwellers to address the issues brought on by the challenges of restructuring in the agriculture sector and the agri-food sector. There were 11 partners involved in the project from 3 countries, Sweden, Wales and Ireland. There were 3 specific objectives within the project, focusing on natural capital, human capital and infrastructural capital. There's been substantial restructuring in farming and in the agri-food sector in each of the partner areas, due partly to the high dependence on these sectors and also to the changes in the global markets, in cap reform, the high costs and the reduced margins. This has resulted in business rationalisation in the milk sector and in the total cessation of the beet industry and in the processing of pig meat, chicken and chocolate crumb. While on farms there's been a great change in both the scale and the focus of production and on the requirement for off-farm income. Secondly, the restructuring results in a disempowering effect on individuals, whether farmers, people made redundant from the other sectors, the families of these people, or indeed the whole community. And the project was very clear that it needed to focus on rebuilding the confidence and the skills of these people so that they had an opportunity to secure progression in their lives. Partnership was central to the project. The partners were selected based on having common issues arising from restructuring. The complementarity of the partners facilitated learning from prior experiences, and this, together with the learning of the project, maximised innovation and opportunity based on local issues and local resources. The project actions focused on maximising efficiency and profitability on farms and supporting alternative income opportunities for farm families affected by restructuring.
We've been really keen to be involved in this project from the outset. As a partner amongst all the other organisations, we've been supporting organising events and working with the project board to really give it the steer that we wanted. Well, from our perspective, it's been a great opportunity to broaden our audience, and we're working with new organisations and new groups of farmers that we didn't have the opportunity to meet before. Fundamentally, advice on making their businesses long-term more sustainable, which was the whole reason for doing the project. They're able to get really good quality advice, but also attend fewer meetings, which I know that they're really keen on that. So that's really, really important. All in all, I think it's been a very positive project, both for the farming community and for the organisations involved.
My name is Niall Gallagher. I'm a dairy farmer with a small quota. The farm extends to approximately 50 acres, of which about 44 of those are grazing acres, the rest is timber. My off-farm business here, in conjunction with the dairy enterprise, is the manufacture of timber gates and timber fencing products. I started off on a small scale, making the gates, and gradually building up bit by bit, gaining experience and going into different designs. The size of farm I have, it would not be economically feasible to work on this scale on a full-time basis. It would be non-runner. You have to have some kind of an off-farm income or other business enterprise. And this really dovetails in very well with what I'm doing. It's far more beneficial to me than when I was working out fencing, because when I was away there was something going wrong here. I found that I had a skills deficit really, that even though I might be technically strong on making the products they were doing, but the actual skills of running the business, I felt that I could do better. Now, with the benefit of the business course, it really put the whole thing in perspective and kind of gave a map of how to do things step by step, how to identify the market, who your target was, doing the market research, and then the marketing and promotion, which I think really is the key to a successful business.
With the investment by Luleå Council in infrastructure and improved accessibility, the Luleå archipelago has significant potential to become a tourist magnet. However, the Natural Capital Audit, together with feedback from tourism operators, concluded that to develop its tourism potential, entrepreneurs needed support to improve collaboration and networking. From this feedback, a networking and cooperation model emerged entitled the Outdoor Coastline Project. Under the Outdoor Coastline title, this project aimed to create a common event for activity companies and accommodation providers, where their activity concepts would be demonstrated to key stakeholders and potential customers. Providing tourism operators with this opportunity to improve cooperation between archipelago companies and with customers resulted in market-led activities and events. This creative interaction between tourism operators also resulted in new business, in a more attractive archipelago and a more vibrant tourism sector.
My name is Tommy Holmberg and I run the company Nordguide up here in Swedish Lapland. The Outdoor Coastline is a good cooperation model for us micro companies, and it will probably increase our business.
Through the programme we've been able to innovate new training around themes such as financial management, new business ideas, marketing and positive land management, as well as establish a sustainable agricultural network in Pembrokeshire. Well, the rural communities in the two counties, it's given them an opportunity to look at, particularly in the farming sector, their businesses, looking at viability, diversification and positive land management. Also, it's been able to give them opportunities to look at sustainable agriculture, new themes like biomass, biogas and other renewable opportunities linked to climate change. Well, the main conclusion from the project is by working as a local partnership, we've devised local solutions for local problems. The main conclusion is that we'd like to mainstream the capacity building, innovative training to assist the Welsh Assembly Government with their Farming Connect programme.
Innovation was embedded in the project in terms of tools and processes. This led to innovative services and products, resulting in real change, demonstrating that local responses are required to address local challenges and unlock rural capital.
The project has given us the opportunity to work in a rural context, developing rural capital based on demands on a future market, for example, new skills within rural businesses.
In conclusion, the Harnessing Rural Capital project provided a transferable support structure to provide opportunities for livelihoods for people affected by restructuring. It is evident that rural communities are resourceful and have latent rural capital, but they require external support to overcome the challenges of restructuring.